And go.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Making physical education in schools mandatory. What's going on in schools these days? More and more schools are getting rid of their physical education programs to make budget. They're cutting budgets across the board in all schools for arts, physical education programs, extracurricular activities, things of that nature. Since then, there has been an increase in child obesity and obesity-related diseases. Cutting the physical education programs has to be a big factor. At this point, according to the AHA, which is the American Heart Association, 1 in 3 Americans under the age of 18 are obese or overweight. Not good at all. That means kids under the age of 18 are already obese. 1 in 3. That's almost 33%. What does this translate to? Child obesity can cause both physical and emotional developmental issues. That means obese children aren't happy. They're more likely to have bad grades because they just, they're not happy children. They have physical issues developmentally. They don't develop completely physically. They have less muscle. Sexually, they don't develop fully. This also increases the insurance premiums. Since more people are getting sick, there's more diseases, more problems of that nature. The insurance premiums for all of us go up, not just the obese or the sick. These issues have tripled since 1963, according to studies done by the CDC. So since 1963, all these issues have tripled. Not just including obesity. This is including all heart-related diseases, diabetes, hypertension, all things of that nature. They started cutting physical education programs back in 1963. So this, they've tripled since then. So it's a good sign that cutting these programs may have caused this. Diseases that were not seen until adulthood are now being seen in children. High blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, elevated cholesterol levels. These kids aren't having the physical activity they used to have in class. This is structured physical activity. Since they're not getting this physical activity, they're starting to see this. Type 2 diabetes, something that you would not see in someone younger than 30 years old, 40 years old. You're not seeing in kids that are 15, 16 years old. Elevated cholesterol levels, all that McDonald's, Burger King, all that, without any type of exercise, you get that. All this causes heart disease, which is the #1 killer in the United States. How does this affect us? According to the National Health and Nutrition Examination Service back in 2009, 2010, almost 70% of Americans are obese. That was back in 2009. So now in 2012, I'm pretty sure that number has gone up, not down. This increases the cost of living. It increases the cost of living because it increases insurance premiums. It increases the cost of food, believe it or not. It increases the cost of transportation. It might be funny to some of you guys, but like I said, increasing the price of transportation, an overweight person might have to buy two seat tickets on a plane. Sad but true. It's the leading cause of death in the United States is heart disease. This can be attributed to the lack of inactivity and combined with the healthy diet. Go back. Here's a good chart showing the health insurance increase from 99 all the way to a projected 2019. Let's look more in this area right here from 2004 to 2009. It has gone up 6.1%. This has never been seen before. Just from 1999, it was $5,000. It was a $5,000 premium per family household income. The projected insurance premium in 2019 for a single family income, house income, it would be $24,180. $80. That's a lot of money. Some families don't even make that a year. Why are these programs so important? 60 minutes of physical activity is shown to be beneficial to one's health. 30 minutes of physical activity has been shown to be beneficial to someone's health. Any physical activity on a daily basis, structured, is beneficial to one's health. It improves heart function, which reduces the heart disease risk as well as a myriad of other diseases. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States. With a little bit of physical activity, correct diet, we can remove that. We can remove the #1 killer from the United States. Starting early allows the formation of long-term lifestyle choices. Meaning, if we can start these kids young on these programs, teaching them how to eat right, how to exercise properly, how to exercise structured. That means every day, 30 to 40 minutes, 60 minutes a day of cardio. I see. Yeah, it's hard. But if we can do this, if we can structure them from a very young age, we can get rid of that issue that we have. 70% of Americans, come on, we can't have that. 70% of Americans, that's more than half of us are overweight. Let's see. What needs to be done? There needs to be a restructuring of the physical. There needs to be a restructuring of the physical education program. As quickly as possible, we need to get as many people, in this, you guys, we need to get you guys into the schools, and, we need to get there as quickly as possible to teach these kids how to eat properly, exercise right. School officials need to understand that cutting the PE programs will cost us more money in the long run. Of course it's going to cost us more money in the long run. Increased insurance premiums and all of that sort. In addition to the wellness class, it has to be added, that teaches them how proper nutrition and how structured physical activity, but most importantly, nutritional awareness. That's something that most PE classes didn't teach in the olden days, but they need to teach nowadays because of all the food that we eat and stuff like that. It is necessary to teach the children young how to be healthy, so we can bring that percentage down of obese adults. All this is done to improve quality of life. That's my presentation in a nutshell. We need to improve the quality of life because as it stands right now, 70% of Americans are obese or overweight, and if we remove these programs, we're not going to be here in the long run.